Entropy Outdoors, hunting, fishing, and loving every day. Join us today on this beautiful sunny Sunday. We're headed to the forest. We're going to make a fire. Check it out.
Okay, good afternoon, outdoor enthusiasts. It's a gorgeous day. It's Sunday. Look at that sky. There's not a cloud in the sky right now. So, last weekend was a write-off. Last weekend I had 10,000 things I had to do, and this week was absolutely nuts. Yesterday I seemed to have had a headache all day, and today seemed like a good day to head to the forest. So here I am. So this piece of land is private, and I have written permission to be here. Thankful, very thankful to landowners that allow that. So, this is where we're at. I have brought with me several things today. I've got 3 water bottles, 2 here, 1 in the backpack, a mug. Got some hot chocolate, got a little pot, spoon, oatmeal, trusty Baofeng radio, with a Chinese counterfeit NA771 Nagoya. Yeah, it's not just a Nagoya, it's a counterfeit Nagoya. Nothing but the best, apparently. Extra water bottle, written permission in the backpack, extra battery for the camera, identification. I got my trusty thermoset for hunting. Now, I know what you're thinking. What the hell is that? And I agree. Like, I mean, this is how new it is, right? I bought this several years ago, and it was a steal. I bought it from a local hardware store, and I think it was like, honestly, I think it was $15, which is like stupid. And I bought it because it's shiny and, I don't know, it looks pretty and that sort of thing. But I also bought it because I understand a lot of people do batoning with firewood with this sort of thing, right? So, wood up to about 2 inches, put it on to the end, whack it with another stick. I'm going to give that a try today. I'm going to break it in or break it, completely ruin it. Don't know what's going to happen, but it's time that came out of it's safe and give it a go. So that's like a Canadian Tire purchase, pocket knife. There's always one in my backpack, and a small Coleman camp saw. Fold, absolutely love these. Don't leave home without one. I use them for everything. I also brought a kneeling pad, grabbed that out of the garage. And I brought a low-speed pellet tool, camp chair, and a folding collapsible shovel, just to be able to dig the snow out and maybe clear some leaves away where I'm going to have a little fire. So the goal of today is literally to relax. And so I'm going to look around. I'm going to grab a tinder bundle, some kindling, and a little bit of fuel wood, not much bigger than my wrist. And so I'm going to clear a spot, probably right about here. Pile the snow up. Clear the leaves. And get a little fire going with the goal of making some hot chocolate, warming up some water for oatmeal, and just sitting and relaxing and enjoying the sights and sounds. And if I really feel up to it, I'm going to pick a tree out with a good backdrop and use the low-speed pellet tool just to plink away a little bit. Well, obviously not that one, that doesn't have a good backdrop. Something lower, something where I know there's nothing behind it, fairly low in elevation. Perhaps over here. So yeah, join me on the day. I'm using a couple of different cameras today, and different setup than normal. There's no housing around them that's weatherproof, so I'm not sure what the audio is going to be like, but yeah, stick around. I'm going to set the camera down as I go and get some fuel wood, a tinder bundle, and some kindling. So tinder, I'm probably going to find a small pine tree, not this pine tree, but another pine tree over here. I'm going to break off little tiny twigs that are nice and dry. And then I look at this mess here, and this mess looks like it's got some fuel wood, like say about the size of my wrist. I'm going to use my camp saw and then perhaps baton some. And I'm going to try and make an upside down fire where you start it on top and it burns down, with the goal that number one, I keep the fire off the ground so it stays dry, but also I really don't want to have to do any fire prevention measures here, and there really isn't much danger of fire spreading here other than roots and surface litter at the top, which is another reason why I brought my shovel. I'm going to bury that fire in tons of snow and dance on it until it's gone. So yeah, I'm loving the sound of the crows. Need some stability here. Let's see if I can cut this. I doubt it. A little bit more, perhaps. Come over here. Go. All right, gotta get a bit more. Okay, so I've got, they always say when you think you have enough, you get twice as much. So I got some kindling, bigger kindling, sort of like that in between kindling and fuel wood. A little bit of fuel wood here, a little small kindling, other kindling. So this is all cedar. I'm not sure what that is. This is all cedar as well. And there's my base, kneeling pad. Shovel worked great. Of course you got to bring it in. I could just use my boot, of course, right? But and this is where I found a bunch of good cedar. So these branches were hanging down. You just grab onto them, pull them off. You know they're nice and dry when they snap, like awesomely, beautifully. Kind of like this one. Okay, perfect. Like that's dry, and you can tell by the sound of it. This is all excellent stuff right here, right? Pull that whole branch off if you're careful. Okay, well that's rather loud. I guess if you're concerned about noise. Don't do that, but I'm not. It's not hunting season. It's not, definitely not quiet season. So, let's bring this over here. And here's a Steve Wallace reference, if you know Camping with Steve. There might be a step 2 right there, I'm not sure, but maybe. Okay, next job now is to find some more fuel wood and grab a tinder bundle. Okay, so I've got enough fuel wood. I don't think I'm going to need a lot, but I have more than what I think I need. I guess that's kind of a rule. I've got my kindling. I just need to get my tinder at this point. In all honesty, I think this thing is going to just be a safe queen. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Right? So I did everything with my my camp saw. Just cutting the fuel wood part way through and whacking it on the log here. So yeah, okay, let's go see if we can find some tinder. So tinder, I don't know, I've got some toilet paper. You know, everyone's got to carry some in their bag, or not. I guess there's lots of snow. Or you could always come home with one less sock. But It's light, it's compact, it's easy to carry. So you could always start with some toilet paper and lip balm if it burns or something you've brought with you. But that would be cheating now, wouldn't it? So let's see if we can find some really awesome tinder here. So I don't understand how people struggle with this. Okay, this is what I'm looking for right here. So here's a pine tree, and this is above the high snow level, right? The snow maybe was up to my knees here at one point. And so all this stuff here is perfect. So one match or one flick of your lighter and you should be able to ignite a lot of this. Now, this isn't my favorite kind of coniferous tree to use for tinder. But it looks like that's all I'm working with here. So let's take a little bit of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it, break it off in large pieces, and then I'll make my tinder bundle back at my spot there. Okay. Obviously that should be enough, but again, the rule is you're probably going to need more than twice as much as what you think you do. Well, when in doubt, you'll need more. This is quite the camera work today, eh? Right. Normally it's mounted on my forehead, which has its pros and cons. Not doing that today. Alright. Now, you might be saying, oh, there's lots of dry leaves. Yes, there are. But I'm not bending down. No. Yeah, there are. There are lots of dry leaves here, and they would probably work too. However, you got to remember, they're on the ground, so every night they get cold, and then they get warm, and because of that daily heating and cooling cycle, they're going to hold moisture, or get moisture every single day. So, let's wander back here, and see what we can do. Alright, so I did bring that blue can to use as a target. Came out of the recycling, shared that with a guest last night. But my number one rule when using tools like I've got with me is not to have those blue cans around, so please don't get the wrong idea. Definitely looking forward to a hot chocolate and whatever else I'm going to make. Alright, so here's my tinder. I'm just going to set the camera down and see if we can make this happen. Alright, found one. And of course, before you start your fire, you want to have some kindling on hand. I think it would be wise to have a couple different kinds of kindling here, just in case my tinder bundle doesn't take. So, I know I was originally talking about doing a top-down fire. I think I've kind of changed my mind. Okay, I'm hoping right here. So, I'm going to take this tinder bundle and make it small and compact. Make sure the camera's still recording here. Yeah, it is. Alright. Okay, so I'm just going to hold this tinder bundle here, put a flame under it, and hold it while it starts to go. You might need to let it fluff up a bit. Once it starts gaining some traction, I'm going to grab the other half of this tinder bundle. Quickly get it on top. You can be a little more rough with it at this point. Okay, throw your kindling on. Start with the smallest stuff. Keep Careful not to smother it. God, that sounds good, eh? Kindling's on. A nice airflow up underneath it. It's up off the ground, which presents its own challenges, but we'll see how we make out here. Burn a little bit of hair on your knuckles. And as the smaller stuff starts to burn, we're going to start putting on thicker stuff, of course, right? Hey, the sound of the crows in the background. A small airplane flying in the distance. Kind of reminds me of a good place I go in the summer. And that's why I'm here today. This is awesome. Smells good. Whew. Feels good. That's actually lots. Alright, I'm going to let that burn. I want some more of this kindling to catch on fire. At this point, I'm going to move the camera back this way. And think about getting some hot chocolate food. Okay, we got some good flames coming off of that. So the question might be, how much water do you need for hot chocolate? Good question. How about we do this? Yeah, it's a metal cup. I could probably just throw it in the fire. Oh, I think that's lots right there. Throw it into my pot. Look at that. Lose a little bit to evaporation. Let's just set that pot around back. Actually, you know what? I'm only going to set it right here for now. I'm going to let those sticks burn down a bit. And I'm going to enjoy a little bit of ash in that hot chocolate, aren't I? Okay. So while that's burning down, I can put this ridiculous batoning knife away. Every good fire needs a poking stick, right? Let's do this. Alright, we're laughing. So this is kind of like the critical time to make sure you still keep on adding sticks. And I'd actually think it would be time to start adding some fuel wood too, or at least more kindling. This might just be a kindling fire, but you kind of want to maintain a bit of momentum, if you will. At no point do you want it getting to the point where it's running out of fuel. add a third leg in here, sort of, I think. Let's just try doing that for now. Right there. She does need more fuel, I'll tell you that. Rather precarious there, eh? You know what, make sure you've got enough coals built up that it will keep going. I'm not sure if I'm there yet, so I'm not really 100% committed to boiling water at this point. My main commitment is a bed of coals. You can only do that by burning wood. I can do this, but it puts my fire at risk. Although it might work right now. Okay, I'm gonna get a spoon and that hot chocolate in that cup. I actually have some here. It's gonna happen, of course, but who knows when. So, a little bit of hot chocolate, and it goes. Okay, I'm gonna keep that up off the ground, because I don't want my cup getting cold. If that happens, hot chocolate won't be hot very long. And I do have a lid for the pot, right? So I guess I should use that. And that will help keep the heat in. Throw a spoon in my pocket. If anyone's got any questions about the pot, I don't have any answers. Okay. This is Value Village. It's a small camp set that I got at Value Village. Just knowing that one day I'd be out here doing this. Now, when I do go camping, most of the time it's by boat, and unfortunately sometimes it's by car with the family to a provincial park, which is super cheating, I know. It's kind of like camping in a subdivision, it's nuts. But we've got our own like milk crate that's full of pots and pans and all that stuff, right? And then if you're wondering, how am I going to cool down this pot to put it back in my backpack? Well, I think the answer to that is just put in the snow. Just trying to be careful about stability here with this thing. I have no idea if that's all in frame or not. Let's check. Looks like it might be. Sounds like it's starting to boil. So that's a pretty quick boil right there. She's going. I'm gonna grab some more water so that I have some ready to go for a little bit of oatmeal. Ah, look at this. She's boiling away. It's a mission accomplished right there. Okay. Now I don't want that cup falling over. Let's move it over here. And I'm going to save a little bit of water in there. And I now need 2 hands, don't I? I'm in trouble. I gotta set the camera down. My apologies. Okay. Dump some more water in. How much water do you need for 2 packs of oatmeal? Crunch that down so it's easy storage. I'm gonna say that's probably lots. Oh gosh, yeah, that's way too much. You know, I don't like running oatmeal, but hang on, this is a good time to throw a little more wood in there. Throw my garbage over to my pack. Come over here, make a selection. I'm going to stick with small stuff right now. This actually, it feels a little bit damp, but it's going to burn. It's going to burn fine. Pile a bunch of that on there. Ooh, she's hot. And that hot chocolate smells great. So now, I wouldn't say like I'm a bushcrafter by any means. I don't know, like, to go out and practice bushcraft is kind of like going to a provincial park, I guess? I don't know. But I would definitely say go out and Crownland camp. And the reason why I Crownland camp is it's where I want to be. It's and it's free, right? Here where I live, we've got a lot of Crownland. All right, do a little stir on that hot chocolate, and I bet you it's pretty good. Yeah, it's all right for sure. All right, another hot pot rip roaring here. Already done. I'm gonna set that one. Let's see if I can set it right there. Oh yeah, she's good. All right, let's grab some oatmeal. Maybe a spoon, a little hot chocolate. Sit here and have a seat. Now before, I guess I better get the oatmeal in there, honestly. Paper. And it goes. Oatmeal. You know what? I think that's the perfect amount of water. It's a little bit runny right now, but as you know, well, maybe don't. You give oatmeal a few minutes, and it sets up pretty good. It's gonna leave it by the fire. Can't complain about the hot chocolate. Okay, so I've got a whole lot more wood here than I need. Let's get throw a couple more chunks in. These are large. Awesome. Just gonna let the oatmeal absorb a little bit more water. And off to the races. Couple more minutes and it's ready. So if you stuck with me for this long in this video, I think you like what I'm doing. I would encourage you to do the same. There is, like, it's free, right? There's all kinds of spots around Ontario or your state, perhaps hopefully your country, where you can go and do something similar. So like I was saying earlier, this is private land. The landowner is wonderful. Sorry, just trying to get my butt off the snow here. I think I got it. Like just sitting here listening to the fire is the ambiance that is priceless. Alright, it's still a little runny for most. Maybe I added just a tad much water. If I gave it another few minutes here, it'd be perfect for my liking. I think I'll do that. I'm in no rush. I'm gonna start getting wood in my fire. Wow, look at that. The side of that cup's so hot, it's sizzling. Alright. Can't really complain about today. So this is a pretty rare February day. We get breaks like this where I am maybe twice during February. Bit of a warm up. I understand next week it's going to get up to 13 degrees Celsius, which is absolutely awesome. But work, life gets busy. You give this oatmeal a little try here. Enjoy the fire. That's awesome. Can't complain about that at all. So, I think this is my main attraction today. Getting out, listening to the birds, having some sun on my face, enjoying the smell of some smoke, food, a little hot drink. I could have left at home the chair. I just set it up and haven't even set stuff on it yet. Could have left my target practice tool at home. Again, low speed. It's just a low speed one, right? So it is what it is. And I brought my target can here, and I don't think I'm even going to do that. Just sit here and listen to the chickadees. And the fire. Okay, well, I'm just hanging out here. I'm just going to see if there's any traffic. I am licensed, so sounds like there's a net happening right now, a Sunday afternoon net, on the old Coburg one, which is now, I believe it's out of Peterborough. If you have one of these little radios or something like it, please leave a comment in the comments. You can even talk to satellites with this once you're licensed. It's pretty handy. I originally went to these as a solution for the FRS walkie-talkies that everyone buys at their local hardware store. And they work better on FRS, GMRS channels. Mainly because they're illegal to use for that, so please don't use them for that. But yeah, they even have radio. Wrong button. Radio only works when it's when the channel's not being occupied, and I think this one has dual watch turned on right now, so not going to work for that demo. If you'd like to see how to use these or more about them, leave a comment down below. Okay, so I've let the fire burn down, and my next job is to pack it full of snow and then pull it apart, push it together, pack it full of snow, pull it apart, push it together, and pack it full of snow. And I think that's probably the biggest reason why this shovel is going to come in handy. But my gosh, you could use the pot lid, you could use the pot, you could use the cup, you could use your boot, right? Seems like my motto nowadays is less is more, and I don't need that shovel. Didn't need the chair, didn't need a lot of things, but we are creatures like that, where we tend to think we need more than we do. So I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Until next time, be well, stay safe.
For further updates and adventures, please hit that subscribe button. Until next time, be well, stay safe.